Hey everyone, I got this blue Easy Reader Thermostat by Rodgers. It's easy to use, easy to read, 5-year warranty, 6-inch display, single stage, multi-stage or heat pump, thermostat set point limits, dual fuel logic, hardwired or battery powered with power stealing assist. And what's nice about this thermostat is you can use it for dual fuel and you don't need the fossil fuel kit. So Fritz Rochester's been asking me about a thermostat. His thermostat has not been working correctly for a while, so I told him about the Blue Easy Reader thermostat because it's so simple to hook up. So actually he doesn't know he's getting this. I'm going to mail this thermostat to him, and he's going to be overly excited when he sees this thermostat, but I know he'll show you how to put it on the wall.
Hey Dallas, man, thank you so very, very much, brother. Man, this means the world to me, man, and I can't thank you enough for sending me this White Rodgers Emerson Climate Technologies Blue Easy Reader thermostat here, man, and you know, we've been talking for a while now about my dual fuel thermostat, and I can't believe you actually sent this to me. It made my day finding this out on the front porch, man, and absolutely, yes, sir, I'm beyond excited, and I can't wait to get this thing up on the wall. So basically, that's what I'm getting ready to do right now, brother. So I reckon I'm going to call you later after I get this thing up. So I just want to say thank you so very much, and I'm proud to call you my friend, brother, and it's been a pleasure to get to know you over these last 4 years, and I think the world of you, Dallas. All right, guys, basically what we're going to do is get this Blue Easy Reader on the wall. And first things first, Thermostats 101. Before you ever go to install a thermostat, guys, you need to ensure that your appliance is off at the switch. Or in some locations, they actually have a plug. You need to make sure the power is off, or you're going to be in for a world of hurt. All right, guys, let's kick her off now. All right, guys, we're ready to rock. Let's go. Okay, guys, I reckon we're ready to get started here. We ensured that we had our furnace turned to the off position. Whenever you go to hardwire in a new thermostat, you want to ensure your appliance is in the off position. I'm telling you that it'll save you a world of hurt and heartache and pain. But anyway, guys, we've actually got our sub base mounted on here, our Blue Easy Reader sub base from White Rodgers Emerson Climate Technologies. And guys, I'm going to have to say I'm really loving these stats here, guys. Basically, one of the first things I loved about it was when I pulled my old dual fuel thermostat off, the sub base matched my footprint perfectly. And I think that's going to eliminate having to carry around a lot of those beauty plates. Well, I call them goof plates. And I think I'm actually going to start packing these on the truck, guys. They're easy to configure and easy to hardwire. And basically what we're going to demonstrate here for you today is, like I said, I run a dual fuel system here, which is a heat pump primary and gas-fired furnace secondary. So basically, guys, I'm going to show you how to actually hardwire it in. Basically, guys, too, another quick pointer, the sub base itself, I actually mounted into paneling. I actually hit a stud on this one, and this is paneling into drywall. All right, guys, so I got away with just utilizing drywall screws. Point being here, guys, if you're just going to go straight into drywall, please, I'm begging you, please utilize the anchor kit that comes with it, or the anchors that you prefer. I mean, you don't want to get a call back from a customer saying, well, I went to change my batteries, and now I'm holding my entire thermostat in my hand, sub base and all, and I got a wire dangling in the back of it when all it would have took was 5 extra minutes to actually mount that thing and do it right. But all right, no more preaching. Another thing I like to utilize, guys, I like to utilize this thumb gum here. It stays pliable, and the reason I use this is actually, guys, there's like there's going to be a hole behind your sub base, and you want to ensure that you cover that hole, and you don't want residual air coming back behind your thermostat that could potentially screw it up and throw it off a lot. So basically I utilize the thumb gum. I know a lot of people that actually utilize silicone. I'm not a real big fan of that because, God forbid, you might have to change out or pull you a new wire, and before you can even do that, you're going to have to be cutting out all that silicone. Like I said, this stuff stays pliable. But anyway, guys, too, for aesthetics, we always want to make these thermostats, make sure that they're level. I mean, if something's out of skew, it's going to look like you did an unprofessional job and like you didn't even give a crap about it. But anyway, guys, back in the day, we actually had to ensure they were level for the simple fact of the mercury in them. But today we do it for aesthetics, to make everything look professional. So let's see if I got this puppy on there right. All right, guys, looks like we're dead on. Dead on. All right, guys, what we're actually going to do here now is we're actually going to hardwire this thing in, if y'all would like to see. And like I said, it looks like it's going to be a piece of cake. So basically, I'm going to grab my handy-dandy thermostat screwdriver, and we're going to get started right here with the green wire, which is the G terminal here. And this is what initiates our fan here. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that puppy in there good and taut. All right. And guys, you want to ensure these things are tight, but you don't want to go nuts with them. You don't want to break this terminal here. But you want to make sure they're tight, and you will get a feel for this after a while. And once I do that, I actually pull on the wire to ensure that it's in there. Make sure that it's in there. All right, guys, now we're actually going to take our yellow wire here, and we're going to the Y terminal. Not the Y2 terminal, but the Y terminal. And this yellow wire is actually representing our heat pump, our heating mode and our cooling mode. Basically, guys, this is what energizes your contactor, but in my case, it's energizing my sure switch. So let's go ahead and get that puppy in there and get that good and tight. Don't want to strip them. All right, give them a gentle tug there. There you go. It ain't going nowhere. All right, guys. Okay, now we're going to move to the white wire. Okay, the yellow wire is primary heating. The white wire is secondary heating, emergency heat, if you will. Okay, guys, and we're looking at this WE terminal. So this is going to be our auxiliary heating. So let's go ahead and get it on down into the WE. Make sure we get her in there real good. Let me back this out just a hair. Okay. Like I said, you want to make sure they're tight, but don't go nuts with it. Okay, little pull on it. She's in there good. All right, guys, now we're going to take the orange wire. And this is what gets energized. It's basically your reversing valve. Train and American Standard call it an SOV, a switchover valve. And basically this is what gets energized in the cooling mode. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our reversing valve deal in there in our O and B. Got that turkey down in there good. Okay. Make sure she's good and taut, and she is. Okay, right here where we've got this jumper, this red jumper here, we've got it jumped out between R and C. I'm going to go ahead and take it over to RH. And it really doesn't matter. I always have a little trouble with trying to get the two wires in with that jumper. But let's loosen this up just a hair. Okay, we're down in there. Make sure the jumper's in there as well. So we can get that turkey tightened up. Okay, that's good and tight. Okay, guys, we've got a blue wire here. This is going to be our common wire. This is actually what's going to keep that the blue display lit up on this thing. All right, guys. Okay, that's why I say you always pull on these to make sure that they're in there. So let's back this puppy back out again. Yeah, if you go through this, then you don't have to worry about it later. I guess there's always going to be a difficult one. Never fails. All right, there she goes. Okay, I feel it biting now. Okay, make sure she ain't going nowhere. She's in there taut, red's in there taut, SOV, reversing valves in there taut, our auxiliary heat, our secondary heat's in there taut, our primary heat's in there taut, and our fan's in there taut. So we're good to go. Let's push the thumb gun back down real good. And all right, guys, we're ready to rock. Let me go down there, turn the power back on, and we're going to fire this up. All right, guys, let's hit the switch here and go put our brand new hardwired dual fuel thermostat up on the wall. All right, guys, let's go hot. Okay guys, we're ready to get started here. I actually went down to the basement, turned our gas-fired furnace, our secondary heat, our emergency heat, back to the on position. So we now have power flowing to our sub base here. We have 24 volts flowing to it. And basically guys, this would actually be, if you were coming out on a troubleshooting call to actually troubleshoot the thermostat, this would actually be where you're going to actually get your multimeter out and start testing the terminals here to determine what's wrong with it. But anyway guys, I can't reiterate it, or let me reiterate again by stating that whenever you install a brand new thermostat, please make sure the power is off to your appliance, whether that be switching a switch to the off position, and in some states they actually have it to where they're plugged in by pulling the plug or by turning the circuit breaker off to the off position. Guys, if you don't do that, you're opening yourself up to a world of heartache and pain. At the least, you're going to fry a fuse, or you're going to smoke a transformer, or even worse. And guys, it only takes a second to turn the power off. Okay guys, that being said, we're actually ready to actually install our brand new blue Easy Reader thermostat here that we have configured to dual fuel operation. And before I actually ever install my thermostat to a hot sub base, I always ensure that my thermostat is in the off position. And guys, what we're actually going to do, I'm going to try something new. I've actually got a camera set up out back, and I'm actually going to try to through the magic of editing, I hope I can do this. I'm actually going to show myself, show the unit, our primary heat, our heat pump, firing up when I hit the button here for heat. But let's go ahead and get this thing on the wall. I actually do have it wired with a common wire here, so our backlight display should fire up, and I've got it configured to where I keep my backlight display on at all times. How easy is that, guys? All right, bam, we should have our light. Okay, guys, we're good to go. All right, now, right here is our heat pump button here, and basically we're going to hit that. If you wanted to just bypass your heat pump, your primary heat, you merely hold in on this button for approximately 5 seconds. It'll say auxiliary, it'll get highlighted, and then your gas-fired heat or what other secondary heat you're using will be initialized. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and fire up our heat here. We should hear the click, and as you can see, we have the auxiliary over the top. Should hear a click. And there it is, there's our heat pump energized, and within a few seconds you'll hear another click from our fan relay. There it is right there. Alright guys, now we have fan. Alright, we're good to go. Alright, so I'm going to let it run just for a second or two, and then we'll actually turn it to the off position, and hopefully I can capture that as well out there. But anyway guys, I might try to actually show you all the auxiliary heat as well. I'll set my tripod up downstairs, and we'll actually watch the furnace fire off as well too if you'd like. Like I said, I'm new to this, and through the magic of editing, maybe I can actually get it to work. But if not, you've actually seen this portion of it. But anyway, like I said, you'll just merely hold in this button for like 5 seconds. It overrides the heat pump, and it'll actually initialize the gas-fired heat or what other secondary appliance you're actually using. All right, guys, let's go ahead and turn it to the off position. You'll hear the click of the heat pump knocking out. There it goes, and within a minute or so, you'll hear the fan relay knock out. It'll turn off the circulatory fan. And there it goes. Okay, guys, that's a piece of cake. Guys, I am digging this this Emerson Climate Technologies White Rodgers thermostat here, guys. And it was so easy to configure it to dual fuel. I'm actually going to, if y'all would like to see, I'm actually going to shoot a video on configuring it to dual fuel in a non-programmable application. And I'll actually, if y'all would like to see as well, I'll do it in a programmable application as well. But all right, guys, let me get my tripod set up downstairs, and we'll actually fire this thing off in heat. Now we're ready to check out the secondary heat here on our dual fuel thermostat. Basically what we're going to do is override our heat pump, our primary source of heat, and basically we're going to be testing our emergency heat, our auxiliary heat on our gas-fired furnace here. And guys, that's a piece of cake. We're just merely going to press in on the heat button right here, and we're going to hold it in for approximately about 5 seconds or so, and actually you'll see the auxiliary heat being highlighted. Once we see it highlighted, we're going to hear a click. The click's going to indicate that our inducer motor is ramping up. We're actually going to go through our order of operations. Our pressure switch is going to prove. It's actually going to test to make sure that none of our safeties are open. Then it's going to actually allow the igniter to come on. Once the igniter comes on, it's going to allow the gas valve to open. Once the gas valve gets a bank of flame across, our flame sensor is going to prove that we have flame. Okay, guys, it's all just a matter of safeties here. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to depress it. Should have auxiliary heat. Click. There's our inducer. All right, guys, now it's going through its order of operations. And basically, this might be a couple of minute video here, guys. Once we get flame in there from the gas valve opening, it's going to actually allow the heat exchanger to the chamber itself to get hot or heat up before the blower kicks on. That way you don't get an initial rush of cold air. So I hope you'll bear with me. I'm sure this portion of the video is probably going to be like 3 or 4 minutes long here. But anyway, guys, like I was saying, man, I'm really enjoying this stat. It's so easy. I'm going to make probably a couple of short videos out of this. I appreciate y'all watching my epic video here, but I'm actually probably going to make one about hardwiring it, maybe like a 5 or 6 minute video, and then configuring it, probably a 5 or 6 minute video, and then I'm actually going to do one on non-programmable dual fuel and programmable dual fuel. So I'm hoping y'all will come back. Okay, guys, we got blower motor. All right, guys, we'll let that run just for a second or two. And what I'm actually going to do, we're going to simulate like it's already met temperature. And basically, guys, you're going to hear, I don't know how to describe this, but you're going to hear like a poof, okay? And basically what that's going to be is the gas valve shutting itself down and flames being extinguished. And then seconds later, the inducer motor will kick off. But the gas valve will go out first. All right, guys, let's hit it the off position. Now, it's probably going to take a minute for the actual blower motor to kick out. What it's going to do is cool off the heat exchanger. Y'all heard that click there. That was the inducer being knocked out. But please bear with me, guys. Like I said, it's probably going to be a couple minutes or a minute or so before the blower kicks out. This always seems like the longest way. But like I said, guys, I can't thank y'all enough for stopping by and visiting with me and watching my videos and you know, all the positive feedback I get from each and every one of y'all. I appreciate it so very much. And Dallas, I wanted to say thank you so much, brother. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you sending this to me. And actually, guys, we're going to give Dallas a call as soon as this blower motor kicks out. Kicking out at any moment. There she goes. All right, guys, thank you so much for bearing with me. All right, guys, let's give Dallas a call. All right, y'all, thanks so much. Let's give Dallas a call. Gotta thank my brother. Hey, what's up, Dallas?
Hey, how's it going, Fred?
It's going great, brother. It's going great, man. I just wanted to holler at you real quick and tell you thank you so very much for actually shipping me out this brand new Emerson Climate Technologies White Rodgers Blue Easy Reader Thermostat. Man, I love it.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Man, it was a piece of cake to configure it to dual fuel. It was a piece of cake to actually hardwire it to dual fuel, man. It was a lot easier than the one that we were talking about earlier, the old one I had on the wall.
Yeah, no fault of Joe Kid.
Oh, absolutely not, man. And, you know, that last one I told you, it was a nightmare to configure, man. It takes like 25, 30 minutes to configure that one. This one here I probably had done in less than 10 minutes. So.
Yeah, you can do it in your sleep.
Oh, yes, sir. And on this one, Dallas, I actually went ahead and I programmed it non-programmable with the dual fuel application. But I was actually thinking about shooting some video later because it looked like a piece of cake. I was actually going to shoot some video on programmed to the. So maybe we'll shoot some video on that.
Yeah, your program, when you're working 9 to 5, that program will work out really well too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. How'd your mom like it?
Oh, Mom loves it, man. Actually, right before I called you, I actually had her up here and actually had her try it out. And it's got the great big, huge 6-inch display, and the icons actually light up really bright and everything.
Oh, yeah. It's like going to the drive-in.
Yeah, it sure is.
Oh, my gosh. How did the cars like it?
Oh, you got 2 paws up on that, brother. He said 2 paws up to Dallas.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I'm glad it worked out for you.
Oh, yeah, man. Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Yeah, because it's really gotten a lot easier to wire up the heat pumps now because it's built in the algorithm now.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, it's got that logic built into it as well.
Yeah. It's very easy to configure.
So, yeah, actually, another thing I loved about it, Dallas, I got it mounted to the wall here, and actually, I got to mount into the paneling, but anyway, I didn't have a need for a goof plate, man. It covered it up perfectly.
That's what's nice about that thermostat because, I call it beauty plates, but if you don't have a beauty plate and you put that thing up and the customer looks at that wall and they see where the old thermostat was, they're not going to want the thermostat. So.
Oh, my God, dude, they ain't going to want to pull out no touch-up paint, and it makes it look like garbage, dude.
Yeah, that's what's nice about the Easy Reader.
Oh, absolutely. Now I've got the Emerson thermostat here, and I've got the Emerson Sure switch out there on the unit.
You're set up.
Next levelness. Next levelness.
Your compressor loves you.
All right, man. Well, brother, I was just wanting to call you real quick and tell you thank you so much for taking care of me. I know we've been talking about my dual fuel thermostat for a while, and I think she was getting ready to go. So I got this. I was just thrilled to death to see this sitting on the front porch out there, man.
No problem. I'm glad it worked out for you.
Okay, brother. Well, let me get to uploading my YouTube video here, and I'll call you back here in about an hour or two if that's cool.
Okay.
Okay, buddy. Okay, man. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay.
All right, man.
Bye.
All right, bye.